You're still allied with Austria, though. Ah, of course. What am I even thinking? I can't declare wars right now. I was thinking, I could declare war on you and... Oh, hold on. No, that won't work at all. Let's just wreck Austria wherever we can. Just let off some steam. Alright, Nuremberg down as well. There's a downside here, though. I can't actually core Nuremberg. Ah, but I can give it to Bavaria. I would clean you off the map. That would clean you off the map, right? Only 2 provinces. Alright, well I'll take your capital, you give the other one to Bavaria, because we actually quite like Bavaria. They do not have religious ideas, nor do they have humanist ideas. Which is a bit sucky, it means they won't be able to convert that province. Actually, that means it might even be dangerous. I could hold on to it for safekeeping. It is 12 base tax. Yeah, you know what, I'll hold on to it for safekeeping. Just annex you outright. Yeah, that could actually work to my benefit. We'll get this cored and get this one converted. However, our missionaries are a little busy, so we'll keep our stack there just to deal with it. Take it, convert it, and hand it to Bavaria. You are thinking along my lines. Wow, he's finally converting it. And he's only doing it because he has +3 stability and all the buildings on it. Okay. Fine. Take a victory as it comes. And his sow's down as well. That Regency Council couldn't have come at a worse time. Other than, you know, right before I declared the initial war. But Cao Cao never let lies and slander stop his ambition, neither will I. I don't mind my vassals losing a battle or two. Again, it actually works to my benefit. Still... I wonder. Truly I wonder. Hey Hess, have a whole wad of dosh. I know you want it. Makes me a little uneasy how close you are to fighting Silesia though, so you get out of this land. Give you our best in fire. Yep, our best. Flawless victory. Just get out of there though. Served. Typical Jake game. What are you on about, Tornach? Jake, can you show off the religious map mode? Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fall. Who says that? Those who stay in the way of virtue shall... That's a Liu Bei quote, surely. This is a religious map mode. Shamanism dominating all the Russian and steppe land. Almost fully converted Great Britain. And we are getting our slimy brown fingers into any enclave in Europe that we can. But that is not the goal here. The goal is to make a fully functioning shamanist Holy Roman Empire. And I will realise my ambition. No matter how much the game wants to lag. This game wants to lag. Oh, we'll need to save Foix as well. I forget, did Spain get involved? Yeah, so why are they doing nothing? Maybe I'll have to go down there and teach them a lesson. Wait, did Jake convert Rome? How? Oh, it was easy. I even converted it to Sami culture. Just built a cathedral, all the forts, got an inquisitor, and I think I took a policy as well. Easy peasy. Honestly, I don't like seeing Bavaria losing here, so let's help them out. Jake, when will you take the Kurils? They're part of Siberia. I'm not concerned about the Kurils. Looking a little short on electors there, aren't you? Aren't you just? Trier, Cologne. Well. Hold on a sec. Trier, what's your other war? Main Silesia and Ulm. Well, that one doesn't actually affect us. Giving us 36 overextension. We currently have 30. Goodbye, Trier. Who cares about cores? Who cares about claims? We'll just core it all anyway. Who cares about mill points? Just stomp it down anyway. I come for a higher calling than this. Let's take Ile de Frogs as well. 2 siege. Hopefully you can do it with that. Yes, bring on the coalition. Stick you on Nuremberg. Jake, where are you from? I'm from Scotland. I reside in Edinburgh. Good, Cologne. Nice to have you join our little coalition. So with this we can convert Nuremberg as well. Takes an embarrassingly small amount of time. Yeah, I really shouldn't waste my time sieging these difficult to siege coastal provinces. Bohemia itself will be a tough nut to crack. Not to worry. Shamanism shall spread ever further, ever deeper into Europe. Now I can take this land and give it straight to Bohemia once I've finished dealing with it. It, like I said, will only take a couple of years to do. Once I do, I'll probably force Ashanti to force me to give it back. Hold on, that's a nasty truce we have there. 10 more years. Ah, but our truce with Oyo is almost done. Mind you, just having one of you that I can bully is a bit... We'll leave it for now. We can hold on to it, it's no big deal. 12 base tax, so I'd rather not waste the dip points on it when I don't need to. And now, there's really no need for you to be in this war. So, how now, brown cow? I'll take your capital and get you out. Gee, the game gets fairly choppy at this point. How about now, France? Are you feeling peaceful? No. All I really want is... Actually, what are you even in this war for? Well, they may join the coalition against me if we do peace out, so we'll let them bubble away for a wee while. Jake, please show the HRE tab. Okay, here you go. Funny, isn't it? What could it all mean? Jake, is your current plan to convert the lands, then have Austria accept demands to release them? No. Those are not my plans. Everything I do, everything I have done in this game, has been to lead up to a Shamanist, fully functioning Holy Roman Empire. It's not going to be pretty, but it will fully function, and in time will heal itself. Remember, I hate grey skin, but brown skin? Brown skin sounds like something I can really get behind. Oh my. Shitatsu shows holiday Rome. It cannot allow... We cannot allow it to fall to the enemy. I wonder if these folks can take care of them. The great thing about France and Spain being involved is that I should not get call for peace anytime soon, since we're unlikely to occupy much in the way of land, and we only have to hold out for 6 more years, well less than that, and Gustav Adolf Horn becomes our new ruler. Yeah, quite a few sieges against us, but I'm not concerned. What I will do, however, is help out our vassals here. In fact, where is autoclicker.exe when I need it? There we go. Well, hell, more than that. Here you go, vassals. Do I have any other vassals? Oh, how could I forget about sexy Lauenburg? In a way, they're my favourite, because they keep giving me free stability. Right, what else is there to worry about? Nothing worth worrying about. I might not even want France out of the war, because they give my vassals a suitable distraction. If it was just Austria, really, then my vassals would curb stomp Austria, and I would get called for peace because of that. Also, well met. You beat me off in Shitatsu Sho's Holiday Rome. With that in mind, why am I even sieging France up? I suppose I just want to put the boot in, don't I? We'll get our troops out of there. Gustav Adolf, wasn't that the name of the racer colonist too? No, the racer colonist is called Adolf Johann Sandals. He sure took his sandals seriously as well. Rest in peace, Hindustan. Everybody else was able to do what I wanted to do. Oh, okay, Hindustan's... Oh, no, that's Spain. I thought that was Vijayanagar for a second. Oh my. All these battles going far from ideal, especially when I don't involve any generals. But it's probably all part of my plan, somehow. Oh, that isn't. Just giving him the war score and lulling him into that false sense of security. Don't you worry, girlie. Yeah, his line is broken, so goodbye to you. I swear I did not intend to take the money there. Right, what are you guys even good for? Hang about in Nuremberg, nothing much going on there. This is all going so sloppy. That's fine. You there, you're a bit crap. You're fired. Who else don't I like? You. Fired. Jake, when are we getting the pepper subscriber emoticon? We ain't getting the pepper subscriber emoticon. But we're at 46, and if we were at 50 we'd get 2 more emoticons. And I don't know what they'll be. But I'm sure someone who doesn't keep sending me pictures of peppers in my Twitch inbox will bring us something inspiring. I mean, seriously, what the hell? Come on, Swedish men. Show them how good you are. Oh wow, okay, you are pretty good. But I fear not good enough. Yeah. Your victory today, sirs. And of all the places to run to, you go to Nuremberg. Ah. Now Cologne. Would be pretty bad if you stopped voting for Austria, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, when it comes to a tie, the current leader holds. Which is why it is such a terrible shame that I'm currently in Regency. Ah, welcome, Twilight Sparkle Plug. Is that one of those pony things you hear so much about? I gotta hand it to Austria. He's putting up quite the fight, considering he's pretty much nailed to a post right now. Ah, 1767. I will realize my dream. Jake's attracting all the wrong crowds. You got that right, Lucas. Where did it all go so wrong? Half a year ago I was just streaming along happily, 20 people watching me wriggle about as Ramazan. I was the happy peppy back then. Where did it all go so wrong? Now look at me, playing as Sweden, getting crushed. Game ends at 1821, indeed it does. Really, I'm just throwing men about for little more than my own idle amusement here. I just have to drag this war on until I get myself a new ruler. This regent does not cut the mustard. Oi, France, you're not meant to be doing that now. Does France still need to be in this war? It is a necessary evil, unfortunately. Now let's see if that won't backfire in my face. Poor Milan, war exhaustion up the woo-ha. Keep my own one low, because I know I'm going to get plenty of it eventually. Jake, you just got another sub, give him a shout out. Who am I shouting? Doctor! Another doctor! Dr. Honicorn. Welcome to the family. This is all getting a bit awkward. It's meant to be about the video games, not the pepper. I've become everything I've ever hated. The moment I even suggested subscriber-only multiplayer, I think that's when it all went downhill. Elan! Jake has become everything he ever hated. He is the grey skin. No, sir. Grey skin will become kill. Ah, thank goodness Bavaria is no longer under the diabolical clutches of Austria's war. I should be able to give them that land back before too long. Speaking of Austria, you need to be removed here. Ah, but you're heading for Ansbach. We can take you out there. Gotcha. And I must defend. Is it? What's his name again? Is it Zhang Zhao? Leader of the Yellow Turbans? I think so, but I could be wrong. So many Zhangs around there. And welcome Kanud to the family. This is getting crazy, guys. Just crazy. I just want to play video games. Jake, don't hate us. I don't hate you. You guys put me on the map. This could be a wipe for me. No, we can get out of there in time. Just. Oh, he's really coming for us. No, he changed his mind, rightfully so. Well, it gives us plenty of time to convert our lands, at the very least. And makes me wonder why I've got all these troops sitting around down here. I think you guys were sent in to defend Shitatsu Sho's Holiday Rome, were you not? Get in, defend my real land. Wow, okay, Funk Missile, welcome also to the family. The subscriber numbers have certainly shot up in the past week or two. So does this mean what you want is me playing Tier 1 overpowered nations in Europa Universalis? because that seems to be what I'm getting, and I don't know who's more disgusted, you or me. And the Kamehameha man has joined as well. This is... jeez. Thanks, guys. Cleavage cam when? Ah, speaking of cleavage cam, did you hear about the new rules that they've brought in for shirtless streams? Apparently that's too sexual in nature, so you're not allowed to have them. Hopefully they don't turn against foot cam as well. Jake, how did you get such high missionary strength? Ah, great, a question about the game. That's what we're after. Let's take our missionary... well, first let's relieve him. And then we can show off exactly how. Not that we need to, but it was a good way to remember to do it. Here we go. So we get 2 as base, 3 from Divine Supremacy, which you get from religious ideas, 2 from our Inquisitor, 1.5 from having 3 stability, which we get almost permanently, thanks to having a bordering Protestant with more than 100 relations of us. We get 1 from Advancement to the True Religion Act, which we got whilst we were still Catholic. Same with Act of Uniformity, and the De Heretico Combureno? The Bueno Act, let's call it then. So 2.5 of that came from being Catholic, which is why I made sure that I was still Catholic until Admin Tech 8, because that's when you're able to get all 3 of those. That's a staggering 2.5. On top of that, I can get +3 for having a cathedral, and +0.4 from building 4 of the forts. On top of that, I'm able to squeeze out a little bit more, +1 from having religious and espionage, +0.5 from having religious and diplomatic, +1 from religious and trade, and that's more than enough to even convert Rome, so no problems. No more shirtless Jake streams. Body trimmed from hours of DDR, those were the days. I can't wait to play DDR. I think I was planning on playing it today. Also, damn. She is on the throne now, Maria. She's 36 though. The heir is 7. Okay, let's hope Maria lives long enough to see our ruler take the throne, but then dies shortly after. Worst case scenario, Maria lives for another 40 or so years. Jake needs that looting ka-ching noise when he gets subs. Wouldn't that just be really confusing? It's funny because the timeout message goes up in the same grey that the new people joining do. Utter insanity. Switching out some of the broken infantry for not so broken infantry here. Try and go and liberate some of this land as well. Ah, that Regency at such an ill-timed moment. Well, what can you do? Jake, can you join the HRE now, please? That wouldn't be possible unless I became Emperor, and I have no intention of becoming Emperor. That would be settling for you-know-what. Jake, how have you managed to avoid call for peace? Because I only have 44 war score, that's not enough. I think you need 50 with some occupations. Depends on a bunch of things as well. Honestly, not 100% sure. Tell me, Bohemia, why are you so hard to convert? I'll throw a cathedral on you to make you a little easier. Taiwan becomes Protestant. Not on my watch, it doesn't. This is why I'm keeping France and Spain in the war, because it ties up my my vassals, stops them from occupying too much of Austria's land. Because I need to keep Austria in this war for the entire duration. I can't allow more than 1 day of peace. Jake, I thought you had to be Christian to be emperor. I think a lot of people thought that. But I do love breaking game mechanics. I wonder how many loans Austria have right now. If indeed they have any, they do have quite heavy income. Score over time. Might as well sort by score, they'll be at the top. They have no loans. Wow, okay. Oh well, I'll take it. The tooltip says you have to be Christian, does it now? Interesting, but wrong. In fact, what tooltip says you have to be Christian? Tell me where. DDR, make Austria an OPM and convert it into Sunism. Sunism. I know what you're trying to say. Still Sunism. Try and back up Foix, the greatest nation we've ever had. I feel kind of bad for them getting beaten about like this. Sunism is all about worshipping the sun. Okay, so Dark Soul player religion then. No! I was potentially doing something to that province, but possibly not. Whoa, Austria's still at war with Mainz? I can't have that. Late game lag, screwing up my inputs here. Jake, is Canal your vassal? They are not. Canal are fully independent. Everything you see that they have taken of their own accord. I'm tempted to piece them out though, they're just being a pain here. I can easily white piece them, it wouldn't be a problem. Heck, I could get rid of their relation with Austria, that would be even better than no problem. Now, you're voting for Hanau and then Portugal, okay. So even if I weaken Hanau, or Hanau, you'd still be going all Portugal crazy. Well, it works for me. Annul your truces with Austria. And much to my delight, I lose a bit of war score there. Remember, I don't want high war score in this war, at least not yet. It is such a tragedy that I got that regency. Jake, do Dark Souls 2 hours of hell. Nope. I actually don't like Dark Souls. From the very short amount of it that I've played. Still at war with Mainz, huh? I wonder if you're going to be in that war for a long time. It would really, really work to my advantage right now if I didn't have that regency. It's so tragic. Hello Jake, it's been a long Hello, let's play Falling. That sounded a bit too official. Hello, Falling. Bump up the manpower because I feel we're a little low at the moment. Could probably do with more troops over on this side. Lost you. Break down the French. Also, props to Milan, they know what they're doing. I do wonder why you keep getting so many revolutionaries, foi. Okay, high war exhaustion's probably taking its toll there. So much nonsense in the chat tonight, you got that right. Jake, why aren't you sieging anything? I've explained this quite a few times. I don't want high war score with Austria because it'll give me call for peace, and I need to not have call for peace right about now. Because this war is going to go on for a while. So that's why I'm glad that Austria is sieging up my land like that. And I'm glad that my vassals are too busy sieging up non-Austrian land. I know it goes against all the sensibilities in this game, but that's just how I play. I have a higher calling. Jake, have any reforms been passed? They passed 3 reforms, but I forced them to take back 2 of them, so now it's just been Reich reform, which I don't think is any bad thing. Yeah, it was part of my plan to control the Antwerp trade node. Guess that one's been shot out the window. Don't want to watch you die, Milan, but don't really want to help that much. Once upon a time, the AI used to run away if they saw your troops coming. I think they've stopped doing that now. He's going for Nevers. Alright, I'll play ball with you. This isn't Kirby after all. Hold firm there. Oh, sexy. Yeah, you got this. You got it nailed. What's Jake's military tech? Military tech is 28. I think that is as high as it gets right now. Watching those years fly by, but just 2 more to go, and then Gustav Adolf Horn takes the helm. Seem to be quite a lot of new faces in the chat today. Where's everyone coming from? Normally I only get an influx of new faces if someone is daft enough to post my runs on Reddit. Which is pretty much never a good thing. There's a thought. Forget Metz. Where did I just throw down? There we go. Bohemia is almost done with its cathedral. Oh my. Dying here. Almost done with its cathedral. So we'll be able to convert Bohemia in next to no time. All part of the cunning plan. You're kind of streaming at a reasonable time for people today after all. Okay, I'm going to have to change that one in the future then. This game is like my send-off to pre-Art of War, Europa Universalis. Like I said, I need Maria Theresa to survive until my my next guy comes of age. Portugal. You're not at war with... Oh, you are at war with me. I wonder if you would call in Genoa if I declared war on you. That's where the troubles come in. So many troubles. Jake, can Gelra appoint your vassals as electors when they become emperor? No, they cannot, but that's okay. I've taken steps to alleviate this. Right, even Eel the Frog's getting... Oh, jeez. Maybe they do have liberalism, but doesn't liberalism give some kind of... They have loads of nationalism in Perenio? I thought I gave that to them quite a while ago, but clearly I'm mistaken. Jake, is Gelra a free nation? That they are. What's satisfying is that they can't be diplo-annexed by anyone other than a pagan. Sorry, diplo-vassalized. So I don't have to worry about that. Plus, it's very difficult to diplo-vassalize an elector anyway, so maybe that's false worrying. Revolutionary foi incoming, if only. Positive 3 stability. Of course. Plucky nations. "14 years old, we're almost there." Jake, what would happen if you full annexed every HRE member state without dismantling it? The HRE would dismantle, but in a very unclean way. The HRE provinces would still remain. I think you still get the increased aggressive expansion for taking them. And I think it just says that Rebels is the leader of the HRE. Alright, white peace, white peace. I don't like the sound of either of these. Genoa, I need to find a way into you. I could just fight Portugal, but I need to consider who's in the coalition against me. Ah, Cologne are. That's excellent news. Yes, very excellent news. Alright. Bring it on. Corsica, you have aggressive expansion against me. How about I send you an insult? And what is more, I'm going to try to forge a claim on you and hopefully I get caught. In fact, are you in the war against me? Hopefully I get caught with you as well. I'm trying to get Genoa into the coalition against me. That'll allow me to bypass quite a lot of pain. So try... Oh, I can't fabricate a claim on them. Still, if I throw down a no Casus Belli war, that might make them see light. Oh man, not Bohemerwald. I love that place. Still. Even still. Genoa doesn't care, Jake. They're just building ships. Yeah, well, I'll something witty them about ships. He knows I'm vulnerable because I have no leader. Oh man, my ships were resting there in Picardy. Alright, come on. Just need to come to power. Can we give him some growth medicine or something? Annex Tuscany, Jake. Genoa will hate that. This is true. This is very true. Genoa would not stand for such a thing. You know what? You might be onto something there, Dark Radar K. Sorry if I'm butchering your name there. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. Why should I be sorry? The only thing I am is platinum mad. Jake, a Shamanist Naples must be done. Everybody wants Shamanist this and Shamanist that. But we're doing what I want, and I want Shamanist grey skin. The brownest skin around. Pretty much need all those cannons just to get the full bonus here. No, that's not true. 25 is all we really need. Which means some of you are surplus to requirements. Alright, we've got plenty of extra troops here. Get them down there. Infantry as well. Get them down there. Maybe not. That seems like a reckless path to take. A reckless path to take. Get down there. I still want it. Jake, are you going to kill the other electors or shamanize them? Really? It doesn't matter which I do, but it's certainly easier to kill them. I really need Maria to live on just a little bit longer. Thank goodness we don't have call for peace. Alright. We take 2 provinces off of Tuscany, we hopefully get Genoa into the coalition against us. But we need to be fast. Speed is the aim of the game here. And we don't have much speed. We don't have much time. Jacob Chowder becomes emperor. Will they still appoint new Christian electors? Good question. That is a pretty good question. It's a question that shows a bit of critical thinking. Give me your goddamn land, Tuscany, or I will break your shins. Yeah. Yeah, Genoa hates that. Slow it down just a bit. Now, Tuscany will probably join the coalition. I care not. Pisa have lost their cores, that's a shame. All things considered, I probably should have annexed Tuscany. In my mind it wasn't possible, but I forgot about, what do you call it? Administrative efficiency. Still, oh geez, they're still only threatened? What do you want me to do? No CB Naples and get you in that way? You certainly wouldn't like that, but I also wouldn't like that. What do we do with this land? It's a shame we can't release anyone from it. real shame. Well, if Tuscany join the coalition against us, we can rip them out. In the meantime, we'll just convert the land. Alright, now is the time to join a coalition against us, Genoa. You know you want to. Switzerland is not what we're looking for, buddy. Papal States, worrisome, but not what we're looking for. What if I embargo you as well? How will you feel about that? And I'll even try throwing a claim at you. Come on now, Maria could die any day. Here's me actually hoping I get discovered for once. An unusual feeling to hope for that, to say the least. Come on, Genoa. Play ball with me. Don't make me no CB Naples, because believe me, I'll do it. Allied with Tuscany, well, said I'd do it. Come on, don't be a baby. I know you're outraged. These are just the steps we took. Yes. Okay, so now we have a coalition that include Great Britain, Cologne, Genoa. Well, Genoa. However, we just declared a war. Yeah, we have to wait a month, but that's alright. Tuscany entered it as well, that's alright. However, it means we're going to need our entire fleet down there, so we're going to stop patrolling Antwerp. It's not like we're hurting for money. And we're going to get everyone over to Wessex right now. Going to regret having no leader there. Please don't wipe me. Too close. Combine up into one massive stack. I'm even going to give you a general, or an admiral rather, and get your sorry butts over to Pisa. Now we're going to fight London. They're going to call upon Austria, who won't join because we're at war. Canal probably will join. Don't care. Holy war, let's go. Cologne have got to go. London's got to go. The other two have got to go. We shall make it so. Folk is also the name of Jake's admiral. This guy gets around. Well, they saw what he was able to do on the seas previous. Oh jeez, he's gunning for me there. Get over to relative safety. Whew, we escape. With our lives at the very least. So, we still have some problems here. One of those problems is that we're at war with Naples. We could return a couple of well, I want to return Nuremberg anyway. Is he keen on that? Yes, he is. I actually want to do that. However, making him see things my way could be a little troublesome, so we'll stomp ourselves down on Napoli. Who's the war leader, Jake? Great Britain is. And that's good, because it's easy enough to take all their provinces that are on the homeland. Alright. The whole way that we do war now has pretty much changed. I no longer care about France or Spain, so I can get both of them out of this war. Is what I could say, but truth be told, I need Austria in this war for a long time, so I may need to keep them in. Naples, on the other hand, I need them gone, but that's why you're there. Getting you out of the war when I'm offering you that could be a little tricky. Seems like a fair challenge, though. Tempted to help that capital siege, but I know I'm going to need troops. No, I don't need that much for Genoa. But I want Genoa done fast, so... Well, we've got our troops here. Let's get them done fast. Jake, save Albania. Are Albania in trouble? No! Well, they fought well. They have nothing to be ashamed of. Now it's very important that Maria lives for just a bit longer. Plenty of sieges happening to us. We don't really care much about them, but I suppose a bit of war score would be quite nice, especially in the coalition war. Jake the Albanian Phoenix. Certainly more interesting than the purple Phoenix, I'll give it that. Tell me about yourself there, Genoa. Defensive mentality. We'll break that the way we know how. Jake, WTF, you promised free Albania. I promised no such thing. And even if I did, you were a fool to believe it. Alright, shamanism throughout the Czech lands. This is what we were looking for. GB feeling a bit under pressure. To the point where we've even got a breach, but it would be suicidal to storm that bastion. You're not doing bad there, Austria, but you're not doing good enough. Alright, Corsica, time to fall. That's right. Get our troops off of there because they're not entirely necessary. Corsica, you need to go. You really need to go, and fast. Can I spare any troops in the region? I don't think you would speed up the siege at all. Besides, you're doing other things. Everything's kind of happy-go-lucky here, but as long as this next bit goes swimmingly, all I need to do right now is occupy Cologne, and it's game over for Austria. How about you, Naples? How you feeling? Look, I'm giving you the prize of a lifetime here. What more could you possibly want? Nothing that I'm going to give you, that's for certain. Although returning land to Genoa wouldn't be too... No, they had their chance. Holy smokes, Siena. That's how we deal with usurpers around here. Alright, so what do? We've got plenty of men here actually in Naples dealing with things. So if we leave behind one half decent stack, and the rest of you smite down upon our enemies. Come on, 7% chance. I'm feeling lucky. Yeah. As ever, more troops would have been welcome troops. You know what, I don't often do this, but I want you to force march all the way up there. I'm scared to death of Maria dying right about now. Poltava, that's not Russian, is it? Close, but no cigar. So I've been pretty much neglecting chat because it's doki doki in my heart over this. This should be enough. Great Britain, give me Genoa and give me Cologne. Just to be sure, Cologne, you own nothing else, do you? Pretty sure you don't. And Genoa. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, GB, give me those two provinces. I don't really ask of anything else from you. Although I would quite like London. I would really like London. Shouldn't be getting too greedy, but I really want London, now that I think about it. Again, click the wrong button, who cares? Oh gee, if Maria dies right now, it's going to be nothing but regret for me, but I kind of want London. It's even my claim, that and marches. Maybe I should just settle for marches. No, you know my feelings on settling. Jake, how do you plan on feeding Gelra Imperial authority? I have to do such a thing? Damn them deaths though, Jake. It's alright. Numbers, the lot of them. Alright, I'm sure one of these will fall in time. Well, Derby doesn't. Derby has fort level 3. Rest of you onwards to London. Come on now, Maria could die any day now. Good. Give me London as well. Oh, jeez. I can't believe that. They'll change their mind when the capital's gone. Don't you worry, girlies. Just hang on, Maria. Getting wrecked in Würzburg, but that's fine. So this is going to give us 54% overextension, which will push us over the limit. But that's okay, because we'll be losing a bunch of it when we cede Nuremberg. And you want us to cede Nuremberg, right? Almost. Huh. Yeah, I reckon a swift bit of blockading would change your mind. Still, as for you, give me those territories. Core Landen. Core you as well. Merge you together, split you in half. I wonder who's going to be the next emperor. Now all that needs to happen is for Maria Theresa to die. We can almost get rid of that offending bit of overextension. I'm only going to convert these lands because I'll be able to make some new rightfully pagan HRE members with them. Now that Shaidu is fighting me in Warnsburg. But we care not. Where are you going? I'll meet you there. Yes, yes, coalition hell, who cares? I certainly do not. Jelra of all places gets it. Alright, I'll increase your base tax. You are, after all... No, you're Dutch. Well, whatever. Right, I need to catch up on chat because I've been focusing on this too much, but I can have a breather now that victory is pretty much secure. Jake, what are you thinking about for the changes in rebel demands? I like them. I thought it was always a bit too cheap that you could just accept them till the cows come home. Jake, never settle for grayskin, absolutely. Jake, are you going to full annex England? No. You can't full annex the war leader of the coalition and also annex other members in it, which is quite a problem. Jake, are you considering doing a pre-Art of War release multiplayer to send off the game? No. This is... Tonight I think is going to be my last Art of War stream. Well, pre-Art of War stream, rather. Gee, I really don't like having my lands occupied. You're going for Wurzburg. I shall meet you there. Somebody will probably ask, but this is a Europa Universalis 4 track. Jake, what are you going to do with Spain or France? Again, I'm keeping them in this war so that I don't get call for peace against Austria. How fast are you going to convert? In a year? How about you? No, I never did throw you down. I know these are nice and all, but... oh well. This is Choose Your Path, and I'm fairly certain it's a Europa Universalis 3 track. And all this talking. Killing me. I have no big plans for Spain and France right now, it must be said. I think I'll use Naples to throw away some of these lands. Like, I'll convert Genoa and also... what were you again? Cologne? Hold on, no, Cologne have more than just that one core, don't they? Because I need to get some HRE powers that are Shamanist back in the scene. So if I offer to release nations, I can release nations that are inside the HRE, namely Bohemia, because I never needed them to begin with. So I can do Genoa. Hungary's outside the HRE. I don't want to release Holland. Where are they? Is this alphabetical order or not? Oh, I can't release Bohemia because some of their lands are occupied. I understand now. Oh, hello. Maybe that idea has just gone out the window. Well, what I will do is at least give Nuremberg back. He would like that. He would like that. And it is Shamanist, much like him. Did Jake remove some territory from the HRE? Why? I did it to keep the HRE whatchamacallit, Imperial Authority. I did it to keep that low. Austria's getting high war exhaustion. Why am I dying here? Alright, I'm caring much less about France right about now. France, just give me a ducat. I think we can turn on Austria wholesale. No, we should really wait until Mother Teresa dies. Just take care of hostile sieges as they come around. Jake, why ask for a ducat instead of white peace? There's currently a bug where if you ask for white peace, it'll give you the same length of truce as the last truce you got with that country, which can be up to 15 years. And I don't want that. Okay, so part of this trick was that I need to lock Austria into a war because the AI, they can make new electors just by doing it as a diplomatic action, but the AI will never do that if they're at war, and they will never do it to vassals or to heathens. So I can't afford for this war to end. In fact, thank goodness we haven't won the majority, over 80% of the battles. But I don't like the fact that we're occupying land here. Not in the spirit of the game. Jake smashed the Austrian navy in the Gulf of Venice. I get the feeling that's not going to work in my favour. Well, sure, why not? I just need Mother Teresa to die. Maria is 42 years old. Hopefully she dies soon. So the mercs, get out of here. And now we play the Waiting for Maria to Die simulator, my favourite of all games. Some people I'd rather weren't in this war, and you are one of them. Please go. Oh, what? Your colonial nations are still in the war. I didn't think that was possible. But I care not. Jake, is it true? Are you really settling for grey skin? No, we settle only for brown skin around here. Beautiful. You know, hilarious. It would be very hilarious if she lived until the end of the game and my desires were never realized. Hilarious, and it would probably bring me to tears. Jake, why are you so sure that Teresa would die? It could last ages. And it's not that I think she will die, it's that she must die, or else this won't work. If I peace out with Austria, Austria will name more Christian electors. Whereas if Austria dies right now, or somehow stops being eligible as emperor, although that's not about to happen, I'm fairly certain, then Gelra becomes the new emperor, because they have all the votes. They have all one of the votes. How long have I had this spare merchant for? Probably for ages. But I can think of nothing worth doing with him, so we'll just sit on him for a while. Although, yeah, I can think of nothing worth doing with him. There you go. Jake, can you support Austrian pretender rebels? Probably not. No, plenty of other rebels though. There is always the chance that Austria gets that event that kills their ruler. Although maybe that only applies to male monarchs. Still, I can just sit back and relax. I'm making money, I don't have any manpower issues. It's not like I'm terrified of our land being occupied at the moment. Yeah. I'll even throw some troops down on Corsica so it can't revolt. Or can't do any meaningful revolts. Jake, amidst the chaos of chat, nobody has asked, how are you doing? Well, I'm glad someone had the heart to ask. I'm doing very well, thank you. It is Tuesday, 5 till 11 in the evening, which means I'm going to be back at work in slightly under 24 hours. So this is how I'm enjoying one of my last days off. And boy am I enjoying it. It's really going for it. 1.8 is not already released. 1.8 will be out. Is it already released? Surely not. This current song is Travel to the New World. I'm pretty sure it's an EU4 song. You do start to forget after a while which is which. No, I don't mind questions about songs playing. Right, only marches in London. Left convert. That's fine by me. Odd that I don't get the Achieve Religious Unity mission, probably because it was my most recent one. So we'll do what we can to get it. Free colonist. Might as well keep spreading the love. Jake, what is the next country you're thinking of playing? Quite a few countries that I'd love to play. Silesia is certainly one of them. Hey DDR Jake, what other games do you play? CK2? No, I do not play CK2. I do not like CK2. I will play Hearts of Iron 4 when it comes out. Other than that, I play a bunch of old retro games, and I play DDR and Truck Simulator. Pretty much sums up the stream. Empty promises to play DDR and old games and trucking. What in the world is this? Dissatisfaction with the Lord's government grew among the peasants during the Age of Liberty. Well, that's only one province, but it's till the end of the game. I hope I don't get spammed with this. Still, they can do what they want, wherever Dallas Skogan is. Oh my, that's the province that gives plus 500% copper. What a good province. I've built practically nothing in Scandinavia other than the military buildings. It really reflects the militant nature of our country. Jeez, these Hungarian gnats. I gotta go. Jake, I had a monster AI Silesia in my game. Here's a picture of them. Well, nothing's happening in my game at the moment. So let's admire them. Oh, nice. Jake, if you support peasant rebels, they break the country and have a 50% chance of changing the government. You're wrong on two levels there. One, a country can't be broken whilst it's at war. And two, peasant rebels no longer do that as of, I think, 1.7 or 1.6. So I just have to wait for her to meet her natural end. Thankfully, with all these battles going on, we won't get automatic white peace. You can get that if you go, I think it's 3 years, so there's any battles, blockades, or anything of the like. Stay strong, Jara. Just in case somebody comes for you. I'm gonna throw guarantee down on you. Imagine it, because they're shamanist. Call. Jeez. I feel like going high here. People who have exploration fleshed out will have the pagan Casus Belli upon them. So just imagine if they actually came for them and just annexed Gelra. I just see out the corner of my eye they get covered in Portuguese or Spanish stripes and they disappear. Then I would just be no, or something similar. Jake, in theory, can you convert any country to shamanism if you take over Lapland? There are two ideal ways to become shamanism. One, indeed, is to take Lapland. However, straight away Sweden starts converting it, and they will convert it very quickly because pagan provinces can be converted with a +2 strength bonus, just for being pagan. That's why when you hover over it, it says local missionary strength +2. So yeah, you would have to be strong enough or ballsy enough to quickly slip in and take Lapland, bearing in mind you would be fighting Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark often allies Poland, and that probably means you'll be fighting Lithuania as well. But hey, if you think you can take on all that, then you're sorted. The other way is head down to the Congo, the mighty Congo. Amazingly, he managed to convert even his main province to Catholic. But anyway, all of the Congo's provinces start off as shamanist, and if you can slip in there before he gets his events with Portugal, which have a very high chance of turning him Catholic, you can become shamanist off of those. But the only way to become a pagan is to go bankrupt with the one province. At least that's the only way I know. If somebody knows another way, then by all means tell me. I get the feeling my vassals have been having a hard time here. You're back in Bacardi? Why? You have nothing. You don't even have a semblance of hope against me. Huh? Huh? Oh, I must have right-clicked there. Poor show on my part. Right, can Egypt build the canal yet? No, because they're only at admin 22. And the Suez Canal requires 26. Hey, I could build the Kiel Canal. In fact, there's nothing much going on, so why don't we just build the Kiel Canal? Wait, what did I just do? Decision, construct Kiel Canal for the player. Oh, cancel the Kiel Canal. Well, I have no intention of doing that. Kiel Canal will be finished when? People keep saying Gelder have rebels. Yes, they're constantly getting revolutionary rebels. What I can do then is get military access from them and help them out with their constant problems. After all, I wouldn't want something horrible like them somehow defecting to another country. Gotta love the most useless canal in the game. Yeah, when's it going to be finished? In 10 years, no problems. Unforeseen problems have left our canal construction low on provisions for its labour force. Unless additional provisions reach them quickly, the project might suffer serious drawbacks. Well, that I can do. Let me just take our diplomatic corps. I'm not taking it, I'm not delaying it, so you can have our negative diplo power. Indeed, I use the better user interface mod because I cannot see the Paradox default font very well. Error writing save game. Gabe, what are you doing? And suddenly the whole thing goes and breaks. Oh yeah, Steam is now offline. Okay, well, think we know what that means. It's time to face our fears. Somebody just spam me when Steam is back online. Until then, what are we playing on? How do we even change it? Advanced? Are we bad enough for advanced? Okay, let's do this. Do 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 do. All right, I'm stuck already. I'm sure there are patterns that are very easy to see in this kind of game, but me, I just don't see them. So we'll take a shot in the dark. Yeah. You've already got the 3 around you, you've got the 2 around you. Whoa. Too much doki doki for me there. You know, once upon a time I wasn't bad at this game. Once upon a time. What was that, about 33? Jake, you have a 3 with only 3 blocks around it. All those should be flagged. Aha! Good thinking. Frees up that too, doesn't it? This is really a thinking man's game, and I'm not that man. Whoa! Oh my god! It set off my 360 controller there. That was terrifying. Okay, what mistake did I make there? Ah, right. I figured you were mine when you were not. Whew! Alright, well at least Steam is back up. Sweden is not overburdened. Get good, Jake. Hey, I'm awful at Minesweeper, alright? If it were Space Cadet Pinball, it would be a different story. Yeah, I've just been having an outright scrub day, to be honest. Come on, Teresa, time to die. 45, you've lived a good life. Good weather! Our canal project in Holstein has been graced by good weather conditions. Lately the work is progressing ahead of schedule. Which means you're going to be done in 86. Wow. Hold on, can I make someone do the Panama Canal? Do you only need the Panama province? Riddle me that, Riddle Master. Panama Canal. Admin 26 and 20,000 ducats. They have admin 27, but is 20,000 ducats enough, or do they need more? Can someone tell me how much I need to give the AI, so that the AI will do that? Okay, this is good, because I can lose 100 diplo power when I don't have any diplo power anyway. Jake, the canals are shite. Well, we're building them anyway, because we've got nothing else to do. The AI demands 50,000 to take on that decision. Kinda wish I hadn't splurged all my money now. Jake, don't forget that Genoa needs to be a kingdom to take the HRE throne. I wonder about that. I really do. I'm tempted to ally with you. It's a shame that you hate me. You know, we can fix that. Same with you, I might as well be friends with all of our shamanist buddies. Wow, it's really hamming into the diplo power here, isn't it? Jake, is there any hope at all of Europe being brown by the end of the game? If I just wanted to paint Europe brown, I would have done it already. I certainly would have dismantled the Holy Roman Empire a long, long time ago. But that is not what we're going for around here. Okay, we're dripping with admin and nothing to spend it on. How about some farming estates? Because I can think of nothing better to spend my money on right now. Now that the Kiel Canal is coming along so well. Jake, can the leader of a republic be emperor because Genoa is a merchant republic? Listen, whoever gets the votes becomes the emperor, regardless of anything else. Genoa gets the votes. A wealthy group of investors and merchants interested in the economic prospects of a canal through Holstein. What economic prospects? You know, Austria's ability to keep bouncing back with loads of men is somewhat admirable. But they must be punished for it. Oh, well, Milan's coming along to do the punishing. With its 6-6 general. Still, it's looking a little insubstantial. No, they got it. They got it. I think that event popped up for Shitatsu Show's Holiday Rome. Can't be entirely sure. This must be the first time I've seen you build a manufactory, Jake. Do you usually see them as a waste? They're not a waste, they're a very good investment. However, I'm all about, you know, what am I going to lose by spending all this money in admin on a manufactory right now, which is only going to pay itself back in maybe 20 years or so. Maybe even longer, I haven't run the numbers. What are you doing, Spain? Whatever it is, I don't like it. Jake, can we please keep our eyes on the Rebs to make sure they don't mess with Genoa? I've stuck my troops there, so they can't do any damage. If they'll put your mind at ease, I'll give them some flying batteries as well. The province of Dalaskogen, the manufactory doesn't become any more powerful there. The things that do become more powerful are production efficiency buildings, which would be a constable. In fact, that would greatly increase the money from this province. Because, as we all know, I'm really short on ducats right now. I've never invested myself so much in waiting for one woman to die. it would have to be a woman as well, because if it was a man, he would probably be in charge of some armies, so I could just keep hassling him, murder him over and over again. There's an increased chance of a ruler dying if they're in charge of an army. And in Austria's time of need, I'm sure he would indulge in that. Jake, can we see Adolf for a little bit? I'm afraid Adolf is a little busy. But where is he and what is he doing? Now I'm playing Minesweeper, curse you. No, that's folk. Adolf is busy in Wukari. Good old Uncle Adolf. Researching the next diptech will cost 127 diplo power. I'm afraid that's just a little too much for me. Just a little too much. Still, we can get to admin efficiency, so thank you please for that one. And finally, something to waste our military points on. I think it's high time we had naval, to be honest with you. Our poor ability at the seas is really telling. Jake, if you're so discontent in Austria, yeah. You know what, why not? Let's just really lay into Austria, because I'm really not liking them right now. Damn it, Austria. I had plans here. Thing is, high war exhaustion, doesn't that give you events that kill your ruler? Or does it have to be coupled with negative stability? I'm trying to remember. I used to know all this stuff. Also going to sabotage your reputation, because I hate you. I remember the flying battery, it got me suspended in 6th grade. That's an awful joke. Jake, peace out with the Portuguese colonies. No, because that would give me more war score, and I need to keep that war score sub 50 as best I can. Occupied home provinces. Ah, that's that one, but to be honest, I quite like it being occupied. Still, maybe I shouldn't settle for things like that. Curse the Spanish. What do they think they're doing? Well, honestly, it works out for me. Finally, some good news. We've had nothing but good news. Why do people complain so much about this? So it'll be done in 7 years. Jake, eat hungry. There's very little point in me just mindlessly blobbing right now. I want to turn my attention to making a lovely brown skin. And part of that will be ripping Austria to shreds, so it's not that this war is going to end lightly for Austria. As soon as Mother Teresa is dead, there's going to be hell on earth. Salzburg and Sardinia, at the very least, can be... No, wait, Sardinia won't be HRE, because that's not an HRE province. Narva, are you Russian? You are not Russian, in fact. You are Estonian, a culture that doesn't deserve to be around here. It's a shame you're building that farm estate, but we'll at least get rid of you. What is this? Gustav Adolf has always been blamed for the loss of Finland and been accused of being weak. Okay. Time has forgotten the many important reforms he put in motion, not least were the great agricultural reforms supervised by Rutger MacLean. MacLean was a harsh man who didn't hesitate to burn down the houses of peasants who refused to move. But in the end the farmers thanked him, as the new methods of larger fields resulted in more bountiful harvests. Well, great. Do we get that everywhere? We really do? Okay. Bring in the money. And as long as our vassal here loves us enough, we'll keep getting our positive stability events. Jake, I've renamed my cat Adolf out of inspiration. Adolf is truly a great man. He's worked wonders for Europe here. He created faster than sound travel. Jake, where did your sub button go? Eh? I don't know. Sometimes I think life would be better without it. And then I remember the shackles. Would you ever vote for Jake as emperor if he vassalized them before Mother Teresa died? I'm unsure about that. Oh, hello, France. I see you've taken the back door entry. Come on, Mother Teresa. It's time to die. Gee, it really hams into your Diplo power, doesn't it? Well, to be honest, I don't really care much about what France is doing around here. They're not about to hurt me. Jake, speed 4? Yeah, sure. Jake, please show us the culture map. That's one thing I really didn't live up to my expectations for. I wanted to do a lot more culture conversion, and the only thing I managed to do was wipe out the already worthless cultures of Norwegian and Danish. I wanted to wipe out Swedish, but I can't actually culturally convert Swedish as long as Sweden exists as a nation, and you can't form Scandinavia as a Sami nation, so I would have to become Swedish again, form Scandinavia, switch back to Sami, and that would just be too much to bear. Jake shows his humanism through his wise words every day. Jake now removes Scottish. I would if I had the Diplo points for it. Hey, you know what? I'm making up terrible excuses here. Let's say goodbye to Scottish. Rhinelander Patriots. Can't have them do their thing. Get on the case. Who are your vassals? My only vassals are Foix, Sexy Luxembourg, and Milan. Really, I only took Milan out of opportunism. I think they were reduced to only having Lombardia, Mantua, and Modena, but they had so many cores I could just gobble them up and get them back. Jake has just killed Jake's great-great-great-great-grandfather. No, I've just made him better. Culture converting the rest of these are it's going to be a pain. We'll culture convert my birthplace of Aberdeen. Culturally enrich, I mean. Jake, could you culturally convert your capital? I think it's still Dutch or something. Good thinking. I need to remove that Hanoverian right now. Suli is under threat? Oh no, that's over there. Let's take care of it then, shall we? Yeah, good thinking. I don't want to have my capital in Hanoverian lands. Also, it enables the accept cultural shift thing. I can't do it because Hanoverian is far from the dominant culture, but I don't like it being there. Jake, can we expect any moment now that you will start speaking in Sami tongue? Unfortunately, I do not have Sami tongue. Pretty gutting that... No, heavens no, France. It's a bit gutting that still only Western nations could have trading posts. Trading posts are really cool, pretty powerful, come with good events, and one of the only ways to get merchants in bulk. And they restrict them to only Western nations. That's a pity. I mean, Oman, they should really be able to get them. Our canal project seems cursed. A massive landslide has buried some labour camps, killing many. Oh well. What a shame. Never exist! But I don't think it's Imperial land. It is not. That's a shame. Still. Now there's someone you don't often see on the map. Is this where Mother Teresa just never dies? Oh, her child died? Now we're going for France. France's days are ogre. Name of the game, Jake, Western Simulator 2015. There's a lot of Western bias. And part of me gets frustrated by that, but another part of me just thinks, so what? Just makes other harder nations to play with. Nothing too wrong with that. For example, hordes. Hordes are getting a big old nerf in Art of War. Twofold, in fact, because their minimum autonomy is 25%. So basically, a province is 25% less lucrative in everything just because it's owned by a horde. But, and they still don't get better units, and they can't train foreign units. But I just see that as more challenge for hordes, more reason to play a horde. So I can't be too angry. At least her child died. Indeed. Oh my. I think we're getting wrecked. Never surrender. You got this, guys. Just fire away. There was never any doubt in my mind. Guys, my focus is already on Diplo. +3 advisor and national focus. That's +5 right there. On top of Horn's so-so diplomatic ability. I have no idea where that is. Well, it's probably Sami. Yeah. Will the canals be changed in Art of War? I don't have the answer to that. Severe floods have caused damage. Well, I know what we can do. We can culturally enrich the Scots before doing anything to do with that. Did you remember to enrich that Hanoverian? Oh yes. Apparently that's how Shamanist Sami people dress. I prefer the shaman. The shaman who spreads the religion. What would you think a Horde HRE prince? I'm not sure what you mean there, but you can get Horde HRE people. Nothing stopping you being Horde and HRE. Sami must grow more influential. Jake, what does the canal do in the game? Well, you know what? I've never had a canal, so we're going to find out just how useful this canal will be. It'll be finished in 1785. Let's have a race. Who dies? Well, what gets finished first? The death of Mother Teresa or the construction of this canal? I see nothing else worth spending my dip points on, so I may as well continue with the cultural enrichment process. Okay then, let's play a game. There's a lot of cultures in my country, if you can even call this massive blob a country. With the exception of the Russians, because they're an accepted culture, and Swedish, because we can't do them. Who will we remove? I should make a game out of this. Jeez. The first letter of my middle name. If you get that right, I'll culturally enrich the culture of your choosing. Just put the letter and the culture. We will play some DDR cultural enrichment simulator. You have to put the letter and the culture, because that's how we roll. And here come the letters. Well done, not conforming. Looks like we're getting rid of the English. Okay, that's no small task. Fortunately, you can still culturally convert the English, even though Great Britain exists. If England existed, it would be a different story. Alright, it's high time we did something with this free slot. The best ideas in the game. Aristocratic. I just flung my mouse over them. I didn't care which ones I get. Just something to sink my mill power into. The only thing I'm waiting for is Mother Teresa to die. I guess speed 4 is warranting some usage now.